Mr. Chair, Johanna Olson, Southern California Chair of the Progressive Caucus, 42nd AD, and I'm proxying for Mal Bernstein, 14th AD. I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules for this body to hear, debate, and vote on a censure resolution of Dianne Feinstein.
I second that motion.
Would you stand up and say that?
I'm asking for a ruling from the parliamentarian.
The rule that you would be seeking to suspend is actually a bylaw, and you cannot suspend the bylaws.
Point of personal privilege, may we please address the issue?
I'd like to appeal the ruling of the chair.
Okay.
Based on the fact that we suspended the rules at the last convention.
Okay. Okay, so the chair's ruling's been challenged. All those in favor of supporting the chair, please raise your cards. All those opposed to supporting the chair, please raise your cards. My count is that the chair's ruling is upheld.
Bob Mulholland needs to check the polls because approval rating for Congress right now is almost rock bottom. Why? I think it's in large part because of the frustration people are feeling. They elected Democrats to assume the reins in Congress specifically to end the Iraq War, to stand up to the Bush administration's unitary executive theory. And instead what we see is a lot of rolling over and a lot of spinelessness.
Hey, Rick Jacobs, how are you? Bob Mulholland.
And I didn't have a chance to help at all. Just goes to show you how good it is to have backup.
It speaks volumes that Mr. Mulholland tries unfairly to diminish us, not only by calling us fringe, but calling names like armchair. There are many weeks where I'm working 60, 70, 80 hours a week, possibly, likely more hours than Mr. Mulholland. The same for Marcy, who we heard, and many other activists.
Excuse me, did you just call me? Did you just call people like me?
No, Bob, a lot of people want to know why you call people.
I would like to know, why did you call me an
You know, you're
armchair
worse than Bush,
activist?
invading people's privacy. Worse than Bush. Worse than Bush.
There's several important factors that I believe have to be addressed because they're incorrect or invalid. Let's start with his use of the word fringe. Last night, the Progressive Caucus endorsed this resolution overwhelmingly. The Women's Caucus endorsed it. Irish American Caucus, several county committees. So right there we know a minimum of 40% of this party, and I think a good amount more than that is in favor of censure.
Censure of U.S. Senator Dianne Feinstein.
Object.
Oh, okay, all right, all those object, if you will, please hold your hands up if you object. The next one. S420 for the relief of Jacqueline's code, but he's not a committee member. He has no voice. In support of.
We need the party leadership and the senator to know that 33,000 people at this point took the trouble, upon hearing of this issue or receiving an email from several organizations that were behind us on this. That includes Move On, PDA, both national organizations, Courage Campaign, and many local groups with DFA. Sent out this message, and people quickly took the trouble to go to the website, fill this out, and click to say, I support censure. And I think they did so because they also know it wasn't just these two recent votes. They've been following this. They've been frustrated with the senators' votes and the actions and votes by the leadership for too long.
What would be better than to have the Democrats really stand up and challenge this and motivate people to go to the polls?
Rules for this body to hear, debate, and vote on a censure resolution of Dianne Feinstein.
I second that motion.
I'm asking for a